I hate that button. I hate it. I hate that button. I love that button because it prevents you from hearing a whole bunch of things, but I also hate that button. Where's Kelly? Where's Kelly? Has anybody in the world heard from Kelly? It's not hilarious, Fozzie. It sucks. It sucks. All right, we made it to Saturday. Hold on, there's an important message on my phone. Fozzie has to yell at me in multiple places. He has to laugh at me and yell at me in multiple places. Fozzie, I want you to pick one place tonight to talk to me. So I got a landlord tenant. I don't do these very often, especially now near Christmas. I don't. And I do realize that I showed you one yesterday, but that was a good one. That wasn't like a bad one. This one's a good one too in a completely different way. Let's see. This is how it begins. So.
And so we're going to just simply refer to it as Plaintiff's Exhibit A. Thank you.
She just like jumped right in, like she started it a minute ago and then pressed record.
Were there any other exhibits that were submitted to the court last time?
The only other things that should have been attached to the complaint were the
It's the 3-day notice.
And 3-day and the 30-day?
And the lease.
correct.
Right.
And I'm not referring to the 30-day or the 3-day today because they don't really apply.
Okay, so we should be, when we get some new documents, we'll be on Exhibit D.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
I've got a lot of stuff in front of me and I don't want to.
Okay. Well, right. And we want to make sure. Okay. So
I'm not going to.
I have the 3-day notice that was previously admitted is marked C. Okay, so that one came in already. B is a 30-day notice. That came in already. And an A, the mobile park lease came in already and were considered by the court. All right, so that's,
And from there on, I can continue to use them as marked. Is that correct, Turner?
yeah, it probably just makes sense. Let's just use alphabetical numerators all the way through. And then that way, if defendant presents exhibits, they are normally numbered.
Okay.
So, all right. Okay. So then, where we left off is, Ms. Wells, your last question to the witness was to refer to a certain page in this document regarding whether or not that's her signature.
Correct.
Hey, ma'am, I can't answer that, whether it's my signature or not.
Why can't you answer that question?
Well, because, I can't, because I don't know if that's my signature or not.
So you don't recall signing a lease with these people?
I remember signing the lease, but I don't know if this is part of the lease.
Do you have a copy of the lease you believe you signed?
Probably.
Do you have it today?
Probably in my stuff.
Would you like to compare it to the lease that you signed?
That's fine.
And so, ma'am, do you have some documents with you need to look at in order?
I'll go on with it, but
That in order?
I'll go on with it, but you don't want me to answer honestly up here on
No, I
everything?
do want you to answer honestly, because if you don't answer honestly, you can be charged with a very serious crime.
No, I'm not saying
so
like that.
So we want you to answer honestly. If you don't know something.
I don't know.
All right.
So you've never seen that lease before?
I didn't say that.
You have seen that lease before.
I said I have a lease signed, but I don't know if this is my signature.
Okay. So take a look at the lease for a second. Take your time and see if that is the lease that you think you signed.
How am I going to remember that back in 2021?
Well, it's kind of important today.
Mm-hmm.
Judge Stansbury and that other judge, he's cute. When he smiles, I don't know how to describe him. I think I showed him yesterday, actually. No, I didn't. They're all from Licking County. I play Licking County often. And this is the first time that you guys have talked about it appropriately. This is the first time that you guys have appropriately talked about it. I'm proud of you. And he lives in Licking County.
I don't recall.
You don't recall. Okay, so then I'm going to direct you, even though you don't recall that, to look at page 2 of the lease, please.
Mm-hmm.
Could you read number 8 of that, the entire section number 8 of that lease, please?
Maybe. Use of premises?
Pardon me?
Is it the use of premises?
Yes, ma'am. Can you read it out loud, ma'am?
No. No, I won't.
Ms. Parks,
Yes, ma'am.
can you read?
Oh, yeah. But I mean,
All right. Can you read that paragraph?
no, not out loud.
The court will take notice of the document. Speaks for itself.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay. Do I have standing permission to approach, Your Honor?
Yes, you do.
Thank you. Ma'am, I'm handing you.
She needs a Snickers. Somebody throw her a Snickers.
What I have marked now, exhibits D1, D2, and D3.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell the court what that is?
Manufactured home park inspection report.
Okay. What is your address, ma'am?
3842 Rockhaven Road, Newark, Ohio.
Okay. Can you read?
Whoa. Don't get upset, Nan. Someone got Nan upset.
The address of park there at the top right.
Top right what?
Top right of that document where it says address of park.
That is a cement floor.
Is that the first page, second page, third
It's the
page?
first two, it's the very first page, yes. And it's the very top on the right hand side. It says address of park.
Okay.
What is the address?
3800.
Okay, the full address?
Rockhaven Road, Southeast, Newark, Ohio, 43055.
Okay, and on the other side, the next line down, the name of the owner or operator? Right across from that line, one line down.
What is this? Shut up. Where am I trying to look at now?
Okay, so you just read the address of the park, correct?
Yes.
So you go one block down, but go over to the left where it says
Hanover
name.
Hill.
Yes. Okay. Then I want you to go all the way down to item number 10 and read that line to the court, please.
I'm going to have to object. This witness is testifying to a document she has no knowledge of whatsoever, and it's obvious.
Well, and so simply reading it into the record does not admit the document for evidentiary purposes.
No.
So she can read all she wants. If the document's not properly authenticated, it doesn't come in. Yeah.
That's all I need, right?
And so this, and frankly, documents speak for themselves. Reading it into the record doesn't make it any better or any worse. Okay. So you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just move on. Okay. So your address is 3842 Rockhaven Road, and it's the first mobile home as you go into the park. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you own that mobile home?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have the title today
Yes.
with you?
Probably not.
So you have no evidence today that you actually own that mobile home?
I probably got it, but I mean, what's that got to do with anything?
So the answer is no.
I
don't
didn't
have
say no.
evidence today
I
that-
said I don't know if I got it or not. With me today.
Cameras are like that in a lot of courtrooms. They're like voice activated, so whoever's making the most noise gets the camera.
But you agree with me, if you don't have a title, it's,
I didn't say I didn't have a title. I have a title.
Your Honor,
you
objection.
don't have it today.
She's asking
I said I
the
don't
witness
know
to
if
come
I-
up with a legal conclusion of ownership.
The objection sustained. The questions have been asked and answered
Thank you.
within the witness's scope of knowledge.
I am showing you exhibits E, F, and G, and H.
At this point, I'm just upset that she didn't say, Your Honor, can I please treat her as a hostile witness?
Can you tell the court what those are?
Which ones?
What documents are you
They
referring to?
are what I had marked 3, 4, 5, and 6.
All right, so what you previously marked as plaintiff's exhibit 3 is now being marked as, which one?
3 is, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Go back. D, E, F, G, H. Because I just marked them on the originals. So E, F, G, and H.
So currently, plaintiff's exhibit 3 is really plaintiff's exhibit E. Plaintiff's exhibit 4 is really plaintiff's exhibit
Exhibit F.
F.
5 is G, and 6 is H. I'm just following the pattern that you asked me to do.
Thank you, but I didn't
I
know if
understand.
you were introducing them in order. All right.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you may proceed then.
Ma'am, could you just look at each document and one by one tell me what those are?
Yeah, this one's from the Licking County Health Department.
I like that better. I like that so much better.
Solid waste collecting. Ma'am, Judge, can I speak to you?
This is the time where you answer questions. In just a few minutes, you're going to get some more time. So you listen carefully to the questions you're being asked. Answer only those questions. It's not time to talk about anything. All right?
Agree.
So, do you need the question repeated?
Oh, no.
All right.
Your Honor, I'd like to see that document because
Perjury.
what I've got down is 3 is actually a notice
Yeah.
from Handover Hills.
So no, what I did was on Hanover, on the notices, Your Honor, from the health department, I marked them D1, D2, and D3 because they were formerly 2A, 2B, and 2C. So that is all I did.
Okay.
That's all really
That's
one
the-
document.
My Psycho, psycho.
but I didn't want to confuse her even more, which clearly I have, so did not accomplish that.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And you may proceed. So I'm still asking if you could please tell me what that first document is.
Oh, yeah, it's from the Licking County Health Department.
Doesn't it say Handover Hill at the top?
Oh, yeah, but I thought maybe you was one down in the paper.
Okay, so it's dated May 26, 2023, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And at the top it says Handover Hill LLC, correct? Okay. And then it says, recent inspection from the Licking County Health Department has noted, quote, solid waste collecting on porches and yards are prohibited per code OAC 4781-1218, unquote, correct?
Oh, yeah, that's what this paper says.
Okay, and at the very bottom it says, regards, the Weavers, correct?
That's what this paper says.
Okay. Have you never seen this paper before?
Your Honor, can I see what my client's looking at? What I have in this packet.
No, Gina, he's in Texas, which they think is a completely different country.
Do you have my paper from the health department? I've never seen
Okay. All right, I'm good. Thank you.
So, ma'am, you've
I
seen
don't
that.
recall seeing it.
You guys, did you see him sit in his chair? The pole is in the way of his chair. Watch. Watch this poor man try to sit down.
Thank you.
So, ma'am, you've
I
seen
don't
that.
recall seeing it.
You don't recall seeing that document? Okay. Then I'll just ask you to turn to the next one. Dated May 1, 2024. It's marked Plaintiff's Exhibit F.
Mm-hmm.
And at the front, the very beginning, it says Dear Valued Tenant, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And at the bottom, it says Regards, Management, Bob Reaver, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that document before?
Probably, but I don't recall, but I mean, probably.
The next one is marked Plaintiff's Exhibit G, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it says June 1, 2024.
Yeah.
Dear Valued Tenant. There's a lot of discussion there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it says, on May 1st, I handed out notes. You can see that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says, it is now June 1st. 30 days have passed. And many or most of the items have not been addressed, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then it says Bob Weaver Manager at the bottom, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do you recall that document?
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is H. And it's dated May 20, 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And it's made out to you, Doris Butcher.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, Dear Doris, there appears to be a water leak coming from your trailer. Do you recall that?
Mm-hmm.
And it says they contacted Houston Plumbing, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And at the bottom it says Bob Weaver Management.
Mm-hmm.
So you've seen that document before. Now, Doris, I'm going to hand you Plaintiff's Exhibit I, J, K, and L. Do you recognize these texts?
Probably.
Those are texts from you,
Yep.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
And And what did they say?
I received your letter on my door. Oh yeah, hello, this is Doris Butcher from 3842 Rockhaven Road. One of your tenants. I was wondering how you knew that there was a water leak under the trailer. And where's the answer back that she put on there?
That's all I have, ma'am, is what you wrote.
Oh, that whole thing ain't there then.
Okay, I'm just asking you to read what I've given you. I'm not asking you to guess at something.
I mean, there's
didn't give
missing pieces on it, so.
you. Okay, so,
Yeah, there's missing parts on there.
reading.
No, there's missing parts. I mean,
well, the only
the
parts
whole-
No way. Fozzie can fix a problem in another country with 90 minutes to spare with his eyes closed.
I care
text
about are the
messages.
ones I gave you, so you
I
can keep
know,
reading.
I know. There's whole text messages.
Ma'am, this is not your opportunity to argue with the attorney. This is your time to answer questions. Your own lawyer is going to have plenty of opportunity to get you to explain all of this.
Okay,
Right now, just listen carefully and only answer the question.
okay. What would give you the idea that there was a water leak under my trailer? What made you think that there was a water leak under the trailer? And if there's a water problem under my trailer, I can fix it, but I don't have money for Houston Plumbing. That's what this other one's saying.
But
And I don't have money like you guys do for Houston Plumbing.
doesn't actually say I can fix it, does it?
Huh?
Did you say I can fix it? I missed that if it's in.
Yeah, that's what it was texted. I know what I texted.
Okay, but it's not here, right?
Probably not.
Okay. Did you fix it?
There was no water leak under my trailer.
Okay. But you knew about the water leak because they told you about it. And
No.
you responded.
Objection, Your Honor. Asked and answered.
Sustained.
Thank you, Your Honor. You know that the mobile home park is on a well, correct? So they don't have public water, correct? And you did not let Houston Plumbing come into your residence, did you?
No. I wasn't there.
Do you recall when you signed the lease that it said that you would let the owners in if they needed to fix a problem?
No.
You do not recall.
No.
I'm showing you what I have now marked M and N, which were formerly 11 and 12. Can you tell the court what that is and explain what happened there?
Oh, the no trespassing and stop putting rocks in my yard.
Yes, ma'am.
It's because my yard was dug all the way up, and you fall into the rut still to this day because there was no potting soil put back in there, and the rocks was big enough that you tear up your lawnmower if you run over them. And then all the gravel that was put back in to the yard instead of the topsoil.
Okay.
And to this day, you will fall through.
So you,
And the little holes.
Hey guys, this guy who's been like this entire time, he gets on the stand too.
That was left in there, and I asked for no rocks to be put back on in there where all the little stakes is. It looked like grave tombstones or whatever, is because of the rocks and the holes that was left in the yard after it was dug up.
so you put that sign there to let them know.
To stop putting rocks in the yard
Okay. And you put the stakes in the property.
further where the holes was at because I've done twisted my ankle in it.
Okay. Did you call any electrical company to see if there was utilities there before you did that?
Honey, I didn't dig. I put the stakes down in the holes that was left there.
Okay, so then, but what about the sign?
The sign? What's that got to do with anything? I didn't dig nothing there.
You just
There
put
was
it-
already holes there that you could fall in. And it's still like that to this day. I've been putting old grass into it because I have pictures of when it was cleaned up, when I'm the one that cleaned it up and had it rolled out and stuff until the day that he flew up there and said that he was, I thought it made it look nicer, so he tore the whole side of the yard up.
Do you have a little bell on the front of your bicycle? Do you have a basket too? Can you send us a picture in Discord?
And I have video of that.
All right. So I'm going to hand you what I've now marked. Plaintiff's Z O, which was 13. Plaintiff's P, which was 14. Plaintiff's Q, which was 15. Plaintiff's R, which was 16. Plaintiff's S, which was 17. That's okay. Can you tell me what those pictures are? Just go one by one. Take your time.
Yep. This is pallets where I was going to make a back porch. This is a good one. This is probably when I was in the hospital and I couldn't mow my grass.
All right, ma'am.
What about a playing card in the spokes? Donald, is that sacrilege?
When you're making a reference, I don't know what you're looking at. So
Okay, so
could
what
you
am I supposed to do?
So you just look down in the bottom corner.
Okay.
Tell me what letter is there, and then tell me what
okay.
it is. Okay, so I
Okay.
know which one you're looking at.
Okay. This is P.
P. All right.
Mhm.
Okay. And so if you could describe what's in P.
P is where I couldn't mow the grass because I was in the hospital or something. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's a lie. Because now I see the hay and stuff. It's where he tore up the yard and it was full of rocks.
Okay. But that is your home there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the next one's your home as well?
Oh, all these are.
Okay. And is that a grill?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's yours, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the next one that I'm seeing, there's some
Oh, yeah.
siding or something up against.
No, it was gutters that I had planned on putting on the trailer. But when the letters went out, oh, that's R.
R. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. And that was gutters that, before the letters went out, that Miss Weaver let us have our building materials out there, and plus the health department said it was okay.
Is that lattice?
Oh, yes, that was lattice where I was doing the porch.
That doesn't have anything to do with the gutters.
Oh, no.
And then, is there one more?
Oh, yeah, of the storage shed.
Okay.
S.
And what is behind the storage shed?
That would be where the porch had blew off before I got the plates. And I put it back over there and put it behind it.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to relevance on all of the pictures that are being shown today. Plaintiff is limited to her complaint as far as what she can evict my client for and the exhibits attached there to meaning the notices. There is nothing about violations in the complaint. There's nothing about conditions in the complaint or any of the notices given to her and presented to this court today. So everything that is being presented now is relevant to the case.
The objection on relevancy is overruled. Ms. Wells has an opportunity to attempt to lay foundation for why, and so far nothing's been moved into admission except the documents that were already there. So that objection is.
I don't know if you can see this on whatever screen you're on right now. This was 2 days ago, I think, or it was somewhere within the last 4 days in Ohio. And it's snowing in the window. You can see the snow. Ready? Watch.
Premature. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, if you recall, then there was 3 notices. The one you don't remember from May of 2023. one you probably remember, but you're not sure, from May of 2024, and the one about the water leak, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you at least probably remember a notice in May of 2024 about the debris that needed to be cleaned up on the property, correct?
I remember somebody saying
The woman's knot. Hold on, I have to find it. The knot belongs to the woman because there's an apostrophe. The woman's knot. The brightest cookie in the sky. Yeah, girls. We got to up our intelligence factor.
that it was the health department, which was a lie.
Okay. But according to that notice that you probably received, you knew about the debris in May of 2020.
It depends on what debris is. Debris is trash to me. I don't consider much.
So looking back to the pictures that I just showed you, is any of that debris?
Probably. That's when I was first remodeling this place.
So none of that is recent.
Oh, yeah.
When did
Yep.
you start remodeling it?
Back in 2021, and I ended up in the hospital, and there was a water leak and all kinds of stuff up there.
So you're still remodeling.
Women own not. N-O-T. That's what we own.
It now.
Yes. I'm doing it by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had noticed you don't remember the notice in 2023. You do probably remember the first notice in 2024. You definitely remember the water leak notice in 2024, correct?
I don't know. I don't have the documents in front of me.
Objection to
I
the
took them.
compound question.
Sustained as to the form of the question.
Okay.
I may rephrase.
Okay.
She owns it. So it's a trailer park, and she's in the first space. She owns the trailer and rents the land. Does that make sense?
So you remember that I showed you the 3 notices. I'm just clarifying.
What 3
it.
notices?
Okay, I'll just show them to you again.
Okay, please.
So that you're not confused. In fact, I'll show you the May of 2023 as well, so that you understand which is which. There's the May of 2023. There's the May of 2024. There's the June of 2024.
That's why when you see an eviction in a trailer park, they have like 90 days because they have to sell their trailer.
And then there's May, I guess
Or
there's 2
take
in
it.
May of 2024. So you said you didn't remember the 2023, is that correct?
I don't remember.
But you probably remember.
Oh, I know why I didn't remember this. It's because the health department guys, when I went there after court, they even said that there was no write-ups on my place. And then that's why I don't recall these. Is because of perjury.
Okay,
That
so
was the first things that we
in
said.
any event, there was a notice given to you about the issue, correct? By the manager.
Maybe.
Okay. And then the next one is the May 1st of 2024. You said you probably remember that one.
I said I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
And you said yes to the third one. Am I wrong? That would be May 20th of 2024.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Okay. And then you remember the water leak one because you responded to it in the text.
Mm-hmm.
So you did have notice that there was a problem.
That they say there was a problem.
Okay. But the pictures that you just looked at, you don't consider that a problem, correct?
Yes and no.
Okay. And then in that last one, you did have notice that the landlords would file an eviction if you didn't clean up the property in 30 days, correct?
That's when things were started cleaned up. Before then, yeah.
But you just told me that some of that is still there today.
Oh, yeah, some of that is.
Okay.
clarification, which notice are you referring to that we gave her 30 days to clean up? I don't see that in.
It would be June 1st of 2024, the last full paragraph, which is plaintiff's exhibit G, now formerly 5.
How old were you, Fozzie? Hi, Elite. I sent
Thank you.
your birthday card is out. It was a heartwarming one.
So Shirley, one last question. You never personally called a plumber to see about the water leak in your trailer, right?
No, because I had no water leak.
Okay. All right, that's all the questions I have for this witness, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Lawson, do you wish to question your client at this time or reserve that for your case?
I do have a few questions about the notices.
All right, so we will consider this then defendant's direct. And you may proceed.
Earlier, you stated that you weren't sure about the signature on the lease that was presented to you. Is there a signature on that lease? There's no signature?
I think it's just printed.
Okay.
I don't know for sure. She took it back.
Okay, so. And.
He's gonna love that.
Mr. Lawson, those exhibits aren't up there for your client to refer to.
Oh, shit.
That's why I said that she took it back.
The attorney took the exhibits. So, right, so if you want her to refer to a document, you're going to have to show it to her. Okay.
I thought she still had copies.
Okay.
Yes, it's a trailer park. So she has the title to her trailer and she leases the ground that it's parked on.
No, he took it. She took it.
Okay, so this is what would be Exhibit A that was presented earlier. It's labeled Exhibit 1 here.
That is not what it was showing on there. That's not what she had. That's not what she had.
This is
All right.
the release that she had.
No, that's not what she showed me. That's why I said I didn't know because
All right. So
That's what I was saying.
here's the original. Mr. Lawson.
You can show her that.
that's why I didn't think that it was not. Well, no, that is what it is not.
Is there a signature on that document?
Yeah, right there. But
Is that your signature?
no, that is not my signature.
Okay, in the back of the document,
That's what I was.
there are signature lines. Does your signature appear there?
This is what I was confused on.
Ma'am, you're going to have to speak louder. I can't hear your
And I said,
answers.
no, that is not. I don't, because right here, because where in the world would I mess up on part? That's what I didn't understand.
So that is not your signature.
I don't know for sure. No, I don't think it is, but I mean, I'm not, because where would I mess up on my last name?
Oh, so there's an error in your own name.
Well, look, it's even shows it, like you go back over it, and it looks like it's been,
Okay.
that's what I was questioning. Like, I didn't know.
Okay. So
That's the questioning that I was having. Like, that was the first.
thank you. Your Honor, I'm going to have to refer back to the complaint itself. Because Exhibit B and C are in the packet. I'm referring to Exhibit B. Were you given a copy of this notice? It's already been put in as Exhibit B.
What is that? Oh, yes.
Now, on this notice, did they give you a reason that they wanted you to leave?
No,
Did they point out any specific violation
no,
that you were accused of?
no,
Did they say it was a material violation?
no,
Did the notice say that if you did it a second time that you would be terminated?
Objection, Your Honor.
no,
Counsel's leading his witness repeatedly.
no.
Okay, that means you stop talking.
Okay, sorry.
The objection is sustained as to the form of the question.
Based on that notice, is there anything that you could do to stop the termination of your tenancy?
No,
Is this the first 30-day notice that you've gotten?
yes,
Is it the last 30-day notice that you've
No.
gotten?
Bonjour, Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte. Guys, Charlotte's here.
no.
Was there another 30?
I think it was, I don't know if it was 30 or 3 or whatever it was. The next one was exactly almost a month apart.
Would that be a different notice?
Yes,
So, could you describe what this one is?
holding over past lease terms.
Okay. Are there
Sugar glider. What's a sugar glider? I need to know.
Can you name any violations that are included in that notice?
No, it just said wish that they would like me to leave the premises.
Is there a way to mitigate or stay
No,
made available?
no.
And what's the date on that?
July 26th
Of what year?
of 2024.
Your Honor, I have no further questions for my client.
All right. And counsel, anything further? No, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, ma'am. You may step down and resume your seat beside your attorney. And plaintiff may call its next witness. Just go ahead and leave them right there. Thank you.
I'll call Robert Weaver, Your Honor.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give in the matter presently before this court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and this you do under the penalties of perjury?
Yes.
You may be seated, and you may inquire of your witness.
Mr. Weaver, can you state your full name? No, you're fine. You can sit.
We have this. Please. Yeah, my name is Robert Weaver, Weaver.
And you're the manager of this mobile home park, correct?
That is correct.
That's Handover Hills LLC, correct?
That's correct, yes.
How long have you been the manager there?
10 plus years.
So you're familiar with safety expectations?
Yes.
Of both the park and the health department?
Yes, to the best of my ability, yes.
Mr. Weaver, may I have one?
Yes, thank you.
I'm just going to leave these here for you, and we'll combine them at some point with these others. I'm sorry that they're kind of confusing right now. I'm just going to ask you to take a look at what I have marked now as Plaintiff's Exhibit A. What is that?
Mobile home park lease.
Okay. And when was that signed?
This looks to be signed October 9th on 20 of 21.
Okay. And you're familiar with these leases?
Yeah.
Due to your experience at the park?
I'm sorry?
Due to your experience at the park and with Handover Hills normal course of business, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And so surely Doris Butcher Parks actually entered into an agreement with you to rent the lot, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Objection, leading.
Sustained.
Okay. Why don't you describe the lease to me and who signed it and why?
Well, the lease is in two parts. You have a lease, and then you have an attached exhibit for rules and regulations. And this here, lease on this particular day, the one I'm holding, was signed by an individual named Doris Butcher Parks, with parentheses of Shirley.
And you know her by both of those names, correct?
That is correct.
All right. And in that lease, there are several very specific terms that you actually know. And can you read them? And they would be on the second page, number 8.
Use of premises. Leasing is to occupy the premises as a private dwelling and for no other purpose whatsoever. Leasee shall use and occupy the premises in a clean and wholesome manner and in compliance with all applicable governmental requirements and all rules promulgated by the leaser relating to such occupancy. Leasee shall not use or operate any equipment or machinery that is harmful to the premises on which is disturbing to other residents of the
That's the end? We
Yeah,
don't have
that's
that.
it.
Okay. And then the next one is on the next page. It's number 11 on page 3.
Yes, leasee agrees that no representation as to conditions or repair of the premises and no promise to alter, repair, or improve the premises has been made except as contained in this lease. Leasee shall keep the premises during this term of this lease in good repair and at expiration of this lease yield and deliver up the premises in like condition as when taken, reasonable wear and tear accepted.
And number 13, please.
13?
Yes.
13. Leaser reserves the right, as may be allowed by law, to inspect, repair, alter, or add to the premises at all reasonable times and to exhibit the premises and prospective residents, purchaser, or others.
And the last is number 14.
Leasee shall comply with all the rules and regulations attached as Exhibit A governing the premises and the mobile home park, and shall also comply with all the leaser's changes and additions to the rules and regulation. Concurrently with the execution of this lease, leasee acknowledges and receives a copy of the rules and regulations of the mobile home park.
And all of those that you have read are about the condition of the premises in some sort.
That's correct.
Okay. And why do you think they apply to the case here?
The physical evidence here, the photos indicate that this lease has been violated, and what we have is in condition number 11, condition of the premises, Ohio Revised Code 478139, section 1, 2, and 3, we have violated this because in good repair, as you can see, this number 11, leasee, that the regulations here state that you must keep everything in good repair and the premises must be maintained, and this is a violation of that.
And you refer to that because you attempt to comply with that?
Yes, that's what we attempt to comply with. Number 12 is the alterations and improvements. leasee shall make no exterior alterations or additions to his or her home without a written approval of the leaseor. And the only alterations or additions that will be considered for approval are porches and decks.
Okay, explain to the court what that looks like on Doris's property.
Oh, Carol. Oh, Carol. Oh, Carol. I'm going to tell you what it is. So, look at this person here. See how their name is all in white? That means they're not a member. They're a subscriber here, but they're not a member. Members pay like $1 a month. Unless you buy a different level. Alright? Now, look at this. Now, look at you. You're green. Your name is green. That means you're a member. So there's this one video. So there's some videos on this channel that are for members only. And when you go to the list, here, you'll know they're members only because they have this little, I don't know how to find the members only if you're a member. This is how I find it. Oops, that's the wrong one. Where is it, guys? Oh, man. Where is it? Did I miss it? This one right here. No. It was alive. I'm sorry. That's my bad. I'm going to show you one that you're going to want to check out if you're if you're a member. Only only members can see this video right here called The Horrors of Prison. It's completely inappropriate. But you should watch that video now that you have a membership. You have 30 days to watch 1 hour and 32 minutes and 42 seconds. But make sure that you have the chat on, the chat replay on too, so you can see all the comments. Sorry, I had to.
Okay, well,
Yeah, they
what has
are.
happened is the documents show that in 2023, the health department wrote us up for a violation.
And you're aware of that from personal knowledge.
Thank
you know
you,
about
thank
that
you, thank
violation,
you.
correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Because you are the manager.
Right.
So it's not just the documents, but you have personal information to
Personal,
share.
yes.
Okay.
Eyewitness to the debris stacked on the porch.
Okay.
She was at this time made aware of this condition, and as the lease shows here, you cannot. You have a porch with debris. The cure to fix this problem, like a child that cleans his room, is not to stuff the toys under the bed. You're not to box in your porch without written consent from the management as a way to conceal the debris.
And why is that a health or safety issue?
Well, you have bugs and rodents, as stated in Ohio Revised Code.
Okay. I'm going to refer you to that addendum of the lease, Exhibit A. And I'm going to just have you read number 3, please.
I'm not completely sure where you want me to
It
go
would
to.
be, it's number 3 under rules and regulations on Exhibit A at the very end of your lease.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Yeah, hang on, let me flip over here to rules and regulations. Yeah, the rules and regulations would be, due to electric, water, and sewer lines being underground, no stake pounding or digging is allowed without permission from the management. A blueprint of the park is available.
Okay. And has Doris done anything that concerns you?
Yes, the sign that was hammered into the ground telling me I'm not allowed to trespass. And then when the lawn was refurbished
Working on it.
with ground topsoil from the local aggregate
Thank
company,
you so much.
which has been filtered, has no rocks whatsoever. And when the lot was refurbished from the water line, she drove stakes in the ground on top of what I'd refurbished as an indicator of something. And the photos will show multiple stakes driven in the yard, which is in violation of this particular rule.
Can you also look at, under rules and regulation, it would be the next page. Numbers 15 and 16, please, if you could read those to the court.
It is a homeowner's responsibility to protect all outside water lines by heat tape and insulation from November 1st through May 1st. Every mobile home space must be kept mowed, neat, and clean.
And can you tell the court what your concerns were about those two things?
Our concerns there are this. In May, protruding out from underneath her trailer was a very significant water flow. We monitored water flow at that time and kept an eye on the situation. And as it continued, we dealt with the subject asking if we could pay a third party, an independent plumbing company, to have an inspection of her premises to see if we could discover the origin of the water leak. She was given notice that this would happen, and she conveniently was not home on this particular day. So the plumbing company could only do a minimum amount of research as to find this water leak. As the water leak continued, in one of the driest years we've ever had, water was spilling out into the thoroughfare, the ingress and egress of the trailer park, potentially causing a hazard situation for other renters in the park. So at this time, I dug a ditch, tiled and gravelled the excessive water flow out from under her trailer to the nearest discharge point. In the interim of this happening,
Thank you, Chad. Thank you.
the ground was soft enough. We did have one individual get stuck. As far as the Rule 16, every mobile home space must be kept mowed, neat, and clean. It was on multiple occasions that the lot was not mowed, and there is debris on every side of the trailer. North, south, east, and west side of the trailer is debris that has been there now for 16 plus months, and this is a violation of the rules.
Now, you said it's been there for 16 plus months, and you're referring back to the inspection by the health department
yes.
in 2023?
That is correct.
And so in 2023, you were notified that that was a possible violation for the whole park.
Well, in 2023, the inspection indicated that her lot specifically
We know you need to talk a lot. We absolutely know this.
was a lot in violation with excessive debris, which houses rodents and insects.
So, to that end, if you would look at the May 26, 2023, it's Plaintiff's Exhibit E now. Can you tell me what that is?
Here's the. Hang on a second.
Sorry.
Yeah, I got it. It's in there somewhere. Okay, dear valued tenant, this is a notification that upon the inspection of the health department, which is a state entity, that solid waste was collecting on the porch and in the yard and was prohibited by AOC 4781-12-18.
Okay. And you served her with that notice?
That is correct.
How did you do that?
I believe this notice was taped to the
So far, all I heard was water.
door, but that may be subject to my memory.
Okay. If you don't tape notices to the door, how else do you serve them?
Normally, they're given delivered by hand.
Okay, so one or the other. It was either delivered by hand or it was taped. Yes.
However, there is a third possibility. If the timing is such that the subject comes down to pay rent, it's delivered at that time.
But
It would be the timing that would make that difference.
Okay, but you can say with certainty that it was delivered.
I can say with certainty it was absolutely delivered.
And then
can't just go into court and say, I can say with certainty this was delivered. That's not how landlord tenant stuff works, guys.
Let's look at Exhibit F, which was plaintiff's 4, and it's dated May 1, 2024. Did you create that document as well?
Let me find out. That's G. Hang on a second here. H, E, F. Yeah, got it. Yeah, F. That's correct.
You're
Yes.
probably right. I think I will.
So you created that document,
Yes, management created this document. That's
and it was delivered to her.
That is correct.
Do you know
Yes.
how it was delivered to her?
Objection leading.
Yes, this document was created by us.
The objection is overruled.
Yeah,
No, the answer is, do you know how the document was delivered? Yes or no?
You can answer now.
okay. We're still talking about F.
Yeah, answer the question, yes or no. Do you know how
Yes.
the document was delivered?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, how was the document?
This was taped to the door.
And then I'm gonna just walk you right through to G, the next in June of 2024.
Yeah.
Can you tell the court what that is?
This is another letter to a dear valued tenant. Again, this is a letter asking for rules and regulations to be complied with.
And can you read the second to last paragraph before thank you for your cooperation, please?
This is your final 30-day notice to take care of the above items. After the 30 days, if these items are not addressed and taken care of properly, I will be serving you with an eviction notice to vacate the property. I'm trying very hard to run a clean and respectful facility, and it takes all of us to make this happen.
And this document was also created by you?
That is correct.
And then the next one I would like you to look at is the May 2024 document. It's Plaintiff's Exhibit H, formerly 6.
Yep. May 20th, 2024.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. The judge has to rule.
Got it?
Okay. What was that document for?
This document, give me a chance to review here.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, this document was concerning the water leak from underneath the trailer.
Okay. Did you observe the water leak yourself, sir?
Absolutely.
And you were aware that she received this?
Yes.
How was it served?
Yes, this was taped to the door.
I'll let you skip plaintiffs 7, 8, and 9 since Ms. Parks already, and 10, since Ms. Parks already testified to that. And I'll ask you to go to plaintiff's Exhibit 11, which is the thing you talked about with the no trespass sign. Can you describe that for the court?
Okay, we're back.
It's a picture,
Yep, okay.
and it's the picture of the no trespass sign.
Yes, what would you like to know about
It's
this?
not, it's no longer 11, I'm sorry, it's M. Thank you. I just need you to describe where that is.
Okay. Yes. Yes, this is located in the center of the front yard of subject's lot.
Okay. And you believe that those stakes were pounded into the ground. Am I wrong?
Yes, I believe that.
All right. And plaintiff's N, can you describe what that is? It is also stakes.
Yes, in would show where the pulverized topsoil, which would be completely debris-free from the local aggregate company, was deposited into the yard due to a couple of reasons, where the power company come in and serviced the power and left some ruts, and the water line, the main water line that was repaired out front. So as time would allow, due to weather conditions, topsoil was brought in to, let's say, patch up the yard. And the stakes you have
Oh, I wish I could yell in French. Knock it off, son. Knock it off.
driven, or the stakes that she has driven in the ground, for the life of me, I don't know why she would have done it. I don't know.
Okay. Go to plaintiff's exhibit O, which is also a photo of the porch.
Oh, this is, yes, I got you. Mhm.
Okay. What is that?
This is a picture of the rear door with building debris stacked in some sort of assembly.
Why? Why is every typo tonight X-rated? Why can't typos be PG rated?
Of a deck.
And does it still exist in that way today?
Yes, it was there this morning when I drove by.
And I'll just walk you through plaintiff's P, please. If you could tell the court what that is and about when.
I love it.
I
I'm not
don't
deleting
know
it.
the date of the picture, but this is a picture of the front of the dwelling where the front porch has been, I'll use the word boxed in.
And then, does that still look like that today?
Yes, it does.
Plaintiff's 15, I think, speaks for itself, or Q, I think, speaks for itself.
Who taught you how to say that in French, by the way?
R, she testified to. Okay. There are 1, 2, 4. There are 4 photos that you have that, and they would be STUV, I believe, of the lawn. Can you tell me what those are?
S. S is a picture facing eastward of the dwelling that shows just just lots and lots of debris of all type. That would be S. You want to, what other would you like?
I'd like you to look at T, U, and V.
All right, one moment, please. Here's T. T is looking northward, a photo showing the ditch that was dug and tiled to maintain the water flow from out from underneath the trailer.
Okay, and you did that.
This was done on June the 3rd.
June 3rd. You did that or had that done?
I did that, yes.
And that was, you testified earlier that you did that.
We did that to control the water coming out from under the trailer. At this point, we
Okay.
can't seem to get a handle on.
Okay, and to clarify, that was June 3rd of 2024.
That is correct, yes.
And the next photo, which I think is you, is that part of the drainage ditch that you dug?
One moment, you. Yes, this would be part of the drainage from under the trailer. That is correct.
So you've already had two. Oh, reserve. What's that next picture that, it's V, and it looks like a road to me?
B?
V as in Victor.
V. Okay, one moment. V.
Yes.
Okay, V is a picture that was taken showing the building debris that's piled around the trailer was blowed throughout the trailer park because it wasn't stored properly. So these are photos of just debris that was in her possession on her lot that was not addressed.
Okay. And then at the very end, X, Y, and I believe Z, we have 3 photos of postings. Could you describe what those are, please?
Yeah, these would be, each time a notification went out, the postings would be put on her door and taped to the door.
And as you're looking through all of those photos that we have today, are they a true and accurate depiction of the property as it was on that day?
Yes.
Did you take those photos?
Some of them.
Okay, some of them you took, and who took the rest?
Management.
So another manager.
Sir, could you please go through these photographs and specifically indicate the ones you took? Since you said you only took some of them.
I'd have to do that research.
Right, so you cannot tell by looking at them whether or not you took that picture. If you can't, just let me know.
Yeah, I did take some of the photos.
If he can't identify those photos, they don't get in. They don't get in, guys.
But you don't know which ones and you don't know when.
Well, no, because they're so similar looking on the
Right.
door.
Okay,
I'm
that's
not
fine.
sure which ones I took.
I get it. I understand that. But so right now, you cannot, here under oath, tell me which of these pictures you took and which ones
I
you
cannot.
didn't.
I cannot.
Thank you.
Can you look at the pictures
Yeah.
and tell me approximately when that was an accurate depiction of the property? For instance, do you know when you dug the line?
Yes. June 3rd of 2024.
So can you go start with the very first picture?
So your first picture would be, you're talking about X?
We're going all the way back.
All right, I appreciate how cool, calm, and collective she is right now because all those pictures are about to be thrown out, and she's she either doesn't know that none of her pictures are getting in, or she does know and she's about to fix it, right?
So I believe we're at M.
M?
M.
Okay, hang on.
It's the no trespass sign.
Mayor Day? Is this video Mayor Day, Charlotte?
Okay, M, the no trespass sign.
Do you have an idea when that was taken?
Yes.
When that was accurate?
My idea would have been that would have been somewhere in the month of May.
Of 2024?
Yes.
Because that's when that took place?
Yes, I'm trying to recall when her new water line in the front was installed. It would have been April or May of 2024.
The next one, N. It's the stakes. Approximately when would that have been an accurate depiction of
Well,
the property?
that would have been at the same time, maybe a few weeks later.
So all within 2024?
Yes.
Can you testify that O still looks like that today?
Oh, 1 moment, let me grab O.
Mayor? My videos are not Mayor?
Yes, that is correct, yes.
How about P?
No one has heard from Kelly yet. So if anybody hears from Kelly, I just really hope that you call me, text me, tell a mod, all the mods have my number. Find me, drive to Pennsylvania and tell me. Or better yet, bring Kelly with you. Please. I need to know. I'm dying. She had surgery 3 days ago now, is it, guys? Two days ago at least. I don't know how many days ago because all my days run together, and it's killing all of us. We need to know what happened to Kelly. I haven't found anything in any of the papers in Texas, so that's good.
Yes, no changes.
So it still looks like that today.
That is correct.
How about Q?
Yes.
R?
F.
Yes. Still the same.
Okay. S?
Still the same on S.
And you already testified to the water line on TUV. And that was a water line that you installed. You had installed or you installed?
Yes, I installed.
And you testified that happened on or about June 3rd, 2024?
That's correct, yes.
Now I get it. Okay, okay. I've been trying to figure this out so hard because Beck says, "Why is there a towel rack there?" All right. So when Beck said that, the camera was on the judge, but when I read it, the camera was in the courtroom. So I'm looking all over the place for this towel rack. Can't find it. And then Fozzie said there's a ballet pole, a ballet dancer's pole. When he said it, the camera was on the judge. But when I read it, this is what I saw. And I'm looking. What? Where? Where? Which channel? Anyway, when I'm looking here. I don't know I have no idea what they're talking about, and I keep looking for it. And then Anthony posted this. The judge had the courtroom remodeled by bath fitters, and thank goodness, when he said this and I looked, it was on the judge.
That's all the questions well, let me just look 1 second, Ryan. Because there was something. I may have asked you this, but if you had gotten into the trailer and found that it was your problem, would you have fixed it?
Absolutely.
Since May of 2023, what changes, if any, has the defendant made to the property?
Virtually none.
What about since May of 2024?
No change.
In June of 2024?
Still no change.
Does do you believe that Ms. Parks is a holdover tenant?
Yes, I do.
Do you believe that as a holdover tenant, her lease was terminated?
Yes, I do.
Do you also believe that she breached rules of the park?
Yes, she's in violation of the lease. She's in violation of state regulations. She's in violation of the lease regulations of 11, 12, and 13. She's in violation of park rules 3, 5, and 16.
Okay. And do you believe that this poses a health and safety issue for the park?
I don't believe it does. I know it does according to state code.
Okay. Can you explain to me the situation with the well?
Okay, if you're asking how is water supplied to the park, is that
Yes,
the
that's
question?
exactly what I'm asking.
There's 2 independent water wells, 550 foot deep, that supply water to the trailer park.
To how many?
Those are runoff electric submersible pumps.
Okay. Because there's no public water out there.
Yeah, that is correct. Yes.
Okay. And how many trailers does that service?
This services 8 manufactured mobile homes, 8 spaces.
So the one that she uses services 7 other people.
Yes,
And we did serve the defendant with a 30-day and a 3-day notice that we attached to the complaint, correct?
that's correct.
And that was after you gave her approximately 425 days to fix the problems.
At a minimum, yes.
That's all I have, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You may cross-examine.
We delivered the 30-day notice that's attached to the complaint.
You know how Judge Fleischer says, you know, they're taking the cases upstairs, the bigger cases upstairs? This is what he means. There's even more lower than where Judge Fleischer is.
I delivered the notices,
How did you deliver it?
taped to the door.
Which door?
The entryway to the front porch.
What does that door look like?
Standard left-hand swing, lock and key on the right side.
I'm going to refer you back to your exhibits. W, X, and Y.
All right, one moment. Here's X. Yes, I got you. Wait, no, that's Z. Hold on, let me find W. I'm not sure I have a W. I'm not sure I have a W.
It was previously 21.
Sir, I do not have a 21 or a W.
Okay, do you have a X?
I do have
Y?
I have an X and a Y.
What are those pictures of?
Those pictures are the notifications taped to the door.
Which notifications?
Be one of the 3 notifications that's submitted in the packet.
Do you know when they were taped to the doors?
That information can be easily gotten off my phone on what day the photos were taken.
What was contained in those notices?
The letters that are within this packet.
Which ones?
Each letter that
You
was taped.
testified that you delivered these. You should know which ones.
Are you suggesting there were Christmas cards in these letters?
Sir, this is not your opportunity to argue with an attorney.
I'm asking.
You are under oath to answer questions. Mr. Lawson's going to ask a question, and then you answer it. That's the way this process goes. Your own attorney will have plenty of time in just a few minutes.
So, Exhibit X, what notice is contained in that picture? And what's the date?
It isn't labeled on this exhibit, so I don't know.
Same question for Y.
The exhibit isn't labeled, so I don't know.
Okay. The notice notice from the health department that was marked as exhibit. Let's see here. 2A.
Doesn't matter. The pictures can't go in.
There's now D1. Was that delivered to you?
We received it.
Oh shit, if I had to pay $5 for every time I overslept, listen, we can't make it a thing that oversleeping fees are a thing. We can't. We can't. Thank you, Drunken. Thank you.
Mail.
Okay. Did you give my client a copy of this?
Absolutely.
When?
Whenever it was relevant.
Okay. May 26, 2023, Exhibit 3, which is now E, sorry. It starts out as Dear Valued Tenant. Do you know my client's name?
Yes, I do.
Did you prepare this?
Yes.
Was this directed at her?
Yes.
Did anybody else in the community get it?
Yes.
Can you show me in this notice where the violations are spelled out specifically as to my client?
Give me your letter and or number again, please.
E.
Ask the question again, please.
Where on this notice does it spell out to my client personally what the issue was and the date of this notice?
And I quote, solid waste collecting on porches and yards are prohibited per code number AOC 4781 1218, unquote, which would be the first line.
Does it show any pictures or give any indication of what specifically you're talking about?
Items allowed on the porches are patio furniture, flowers, and grills. All other items must be stored in a closed container.
And you said this went out to multiple tenants.
It went out to the two that was written up and it affected, yes.
Are their issues exactly the same?
I'm going to say yes to that.
I don't know if she has a dog.
Exhibit F, did this go out to all of the community? Dated May 1st, 2024.
Yes.
G, did this go out to the entire community?
Yes.
Is that E silent too? I'm sorry. Is the E in Monde silent too? Bonjour, lemon. Lemon. Did Drunken Smurf just call you a lemon? Drunken, I'm gonna get you. It's gonna hurt.
So in any of those,
Yes, sir.
none of those notices specifically dictate to my client what her issue is that correct?
That's incorrect.
But it went out to the entire community.
Is she not a resident? Then it would apply to her.
I have one question about, actually a few questions, because it was interesting. There's a picture in here.
Please show the
Please
class
forgive me for
the picture, please.
figure out where it went. Ah. U. Actually, T and U.
2.
I have T. One moment, I have T. I'm looking for you. Yeah, I've got it.
All right, what was T again?
T is a line that was installed to control the water coming out from under the trailer.
When was that?
June.
Didn't you testify that in April you had a water line ran to the house?
Yes, that's correct.
And is that water line in the exact area as this drain?
No.
Oh, but it leads to the house in the same area, is that correct?
Nope.
Okay, where's the other line?
One line's in the front yard, one line's in the rear yard.
Earlier you testified that that was the water line.
What was the water line?
For this picture.
This is a drain line. If you're referring to T and U, that is a drain line to let the water escape in a controlled fashion that's coming from out under the trailer.
And that was in June.
That's in June.
And then at the same mobile home in April, did you replace a water line?
That is correct.
Why?
We had a leak in the main, so I fixed the main leak. The main went under her parking area. While I'm fixing the main and had that much dug up, I replaced her water line with a new water line because the new stuff is copper sized, called blue shell, as opposed to the old black iron sized water line, which has age on it. So once I had that much exposed, I fixed her water line, which also was leaking at the termination point into the main.
So after you fixed the water line in April, there was a leak under her house in May.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go. Charlotte, I'm going to try this hard. Thank you, Drunken Smurf. Here we go. Bonjour, tout le monde. Bonjour tout le monde. Bonjour tout le monde. I can't not say the duh. How do you not say the duh but say the duh? Give me an English word that sounds like it.
Sorry, Your Honor, I've got 2 packets to go through. Did you prepare the 3-day notice that was attached to the complaint?
Yes.
What's your name?
Well, wait a minute. The 3-day notice might have been done by counsel. I'm not sure on the 3-day notice. Who prepared it?
You just said you did.
Well, no.
Did you deliver it?
not sure about the 3-day notice.
Okay. What about the 30-day notice? Did you prepare that?
I think we've discussed this. Yes.
You did. Are you Yvonne Weaver, trustee?
Negative.
That's who signed it.
Then what's the question?
Just the credibility of the witness. Are you
Well, there's multiple.
Robin?
There's multiple papers to go through up here. Multiple notices have been delivered. A little tough to keep track of at this point.
I agree. Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Thank you. Redirect?
Yes, Your Honor. Just a couple of things.
May your sewer never runneth over. Monica, that's the nicest thing someone has ever said to me today. Thank you.
So you just testified that there was a leak in April that you fixed, correct? Am I correct? And then you actually went over and above and put in material that was more modern or more useful.
Yes, I upgraded her water feed from the main. That is correct. Yes.
Okay. As just kind of an extra help so that it would be better.
Well, the main was leaking at the point in connection that went to her trailer.
Okay. So you upgraded it so that it would be better.
Yes. You're dealing with two different pipe sizes, so
Okay.
to keep it much simpler,
Okay.
just install a new line.
And then there was a leak under her trailer in May, and you offered to have someone come in, a professional, to repair it.
Well, here's what we offered. We offered to have a third party come in that we would pay for to determine which side of the valve the leak was on.
And if it was on your side?
If it was on our side, we're obviously going to fix it.
Okay. But if it's on her side, it's her responsibility?
That would be correct, yes.
Okay. All right. And is it true that sometimes you prepare notices and that either you or your partner would sign that?
Yes, to answer that question, I find it completely irrelevant who prepared the documents to be served. The fact they were served, she's in violation of state code, lease agreement, and the amendments of the rules, despite the fact who prepared the document to be delivered.
But sometimes you will prepare it and then someone else will sign it.
That is correct, yes.
Okay,
Or
because
it's a
you have that experience with those
Yes,
things?
it is a collaborative effort, yes.
Okay. So, and these
Yo, shout out to Gina for watching this court case. Thank you, Gina.
notices, when you hand mobile home residents a notice or owners a notice, do you expect them to comply with those things?
We would like to think they would, yes.
So, even if you handed it to two people, you would expect that both of them would look around and say, do I have this problem? And if so, mitigate it.
Yes.
Okay.
On the violation that was given to us by the health department, the second party complied, and we're not here today for that reason.
Okay. So the second party read the same notice,
Same notice.
looked around her trailer, and did the thing that she needed to do to clean it up.
That is correct.
Did you get a chance to talk it out?
I'm going to refer you to the notifications, the photos of notifications. Now, you testified you don't know which of those.
When you're looking at a photo of the same door and the same style
Right.
of envelope on the door, I can't sit here and tell you which one is exactly
But
which.
can you say that all of those photos are of all of these notices that we talked about today?
That is correct, yes.
And I think Mr. Lawson asked you about the notice that the health department gave you. And can you give a roundabout time about how long it was between the time you got it till the time that you delivered it to Doris?
It would always be less than 72 hours.
Okay, so within 3 days, you notify whoever needs, and you notified the other lady or man,
Yes.
the other resident?
Yes, that's correct.
The same, okay. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Lawson?
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sir, you may step down and resume your seat beside your attorney, and the plaintiff may call its next witness.
Ma'am,
Yes, you may step.
you want me to leave all
Leave
this?
everything there. Just step down. Sorry. Mr. Lawson.
I'm not going to be
I'm
calling my
sorry.
client as a witness or
All
any
right.
other
And
witnesses.
does any further witnesses
No, Your Honor.
and anything further on behalf of the plaintiff?
I would just ask for the admission of the exhibits, Your Honor.
And any objections? I'm sorry?
Multiple objections.
Start going through them one by one.
Okay.
So let's start with plaintiff's exhibit A.
That's the lease.
Mhm.
No foundation, and nobody can testify that my client signed it, including my client. The last name is actually messed up on it, on the signature line, so I'd object as this coming in as,
There was a foundation, Your Honor, and Mr. Weaver testified to this lease being a typical lease signed in the Handover Hill LLC for that mobile home park.
And under the foundational requirements, there is enough authentication that the document is what it purports to be, the weight to be given to that document, and whether it is true and accurate is something that can always be argued. But I do believe it meets the threshold of the admissibility standards.
thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, plaintiff's exhibit,
I'm not going to object to B or C.
okay.
Those are the two notices. My argument kind of hinges on those.
All right, so B and C are admitted without objection.
Objecting to D, it's a report supposedly from the Department of Commerce about a violation, and there's been hardly any testimony whatsoever as to its accuracy or personal knowledge of that document.
Ms. Wells?
I think there was testimony, Your Honor. Obviously, Parks doesn't seem to recall much, but Mr. Weaver testified that he received it, what he did when he received it, that there were 2 lots affected, that he, because of that he gave a notice to 2 people. So I think there's
Elite, you get 100 points.
plenty of reason to.
And on the same basis, the court finds under the evidence rules, the authentication standard has been met for the document. What it represents is its weight.
E, F, and G, the plaintiff couldn't testify to who drafted the document, who delivered the document. He did testify as to what the document said, but no discernible personal knowledge about E, F, or G.
I disagree, Your Honor. I think he did testify that those are normal in the course of his business, that he gave one to another mobile home park resident who complied, that he can quote the OAC, that he related it to at least the first one, to the health department. And did you say E, F, and G or what you're?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that they actually specifically applied. He talked about how they specifically applied to Ms. Parks.
And the objection is overruled. E, F, and G are admitted.
Skip H. No objection to H.
Remains is admitted without objection.
I, J, K, L, which are the text. There's no testimony except for my clients. as to one portion of the conversation. The plaintiff didn't testify to anything having to do with these texts. And my client stated that they...
Perfection? Okay. You ready for this? Bonjour, mon joli chemise.
were incomplete, so I'd object to those coming in.
Well, his client also said they were her text.
Thank you, Smurf.
So
And I do find that the defendant's testimony has indicated the text as coming from her. So the texts are admitted.
I'm not even sure which one this is. M through Y, all the pictures. Plaintiff testified to what they were, but he didn't say who took them, when they were taken, or any discernible detail. And my client testified to some of the content, but as far as the documents themselves, there's no foundation for who took them, when, why, where, how.
there was actually, he did testify that they were accurate descriptions of the property and when they were accurate descriptions of the property, and that he did take some of them, though he didn't recall when, or didn't recall which, but he can testify as to what's in the picture, and the defendant testified to what's in the picture for most of them.
And once again, authentication does not require a litany of specific questions. Those are merely examples of ways in which documents may be authenticated. Documents may be authenticated by other anecdotal testimony, and the court finds that the testimony did properly authenticate the photos as representations of the premises within the personal knowledge of the person who was testifying. So the objections are overruled.
Then I have no further objections, Your Honor.
Then this matter was reopened on the sole issue of the application of Swartz versus McAtee, and the court will issue ruling based on that test. I want to clarify, because I'm going to allow counsel an opportunity to submit any legal arguments on this issue. The Schwartz test, the Ohio Supreme Court specifically held that 1923-02 allows eviction for mobile home residents who are, quote, holdover tenants. The court goes on to describe what the plaintiff is required to prove in order to prove that the tenancy was properly terminated and that the defendant was in the position of a holdover tenant at the time the 3-day notice was delivered. So, Justice Douglas, writing for the majority, indicated there that it would be the plaintiff's responsibility to determine that one of the grounds for termination of tenancy under 478145 were met.
Yet none of you said 2 trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside.
By the evidence. And so the sole issue before this court, as stipulated by counsel earlier in this proceeding, is whether or not the Schwartz test has been met by the evidence that has been presented. So I will allow counsel a week to supplement, and since you've already argued the application of Schwartz, I'm sure you're very familiar with all the criteria of the test that I will be weighing to determine whether or not the plaintiff is entitled to the session. Is there anything further for today's record on behalf of the plaintiff?
Thank you, Your Honor.
And anything further for today's record on behalf of the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then this matter will be submitted and written ruling issued to the parties.
Your Honor, just to clarify, 1 week from today,
Yes.
by 4 o'clock.
Yeah, by close of business.
2 trailer park girls went round the outside.
I'm going to have a legal argument.
All right, so got me up to speed.
Okay, that was what I had for today. That was it. However, we all forget about Maiko sometimes. And out of nowhere, Maiko hits me with this little gem. Um, I wasn't paying attention. Was she evicted? Did she get evicted? Oh, they have to submit paperwork. Okay. All right. Who knows if she's going to be evicted or not? It was a shitty case. Man arrested on mule after police accuse him of fleeing from officers while intoxicated. It looks like we have a video. Let's see what it says. Yeah, I knew
Holiday
it.
prices
Of
stink,
course.
stink, stunk. But Angry Tony won't let inflation steal Christmas from the children of Thrillville. Purchase a pre-owned bike from Black Diamond and Christmas is on Angry Tony. That's right. Buy a pre-owned motorcycle and receive a $1,000 Visa gift card. Black Diamond has monthly payments as low as $100 plus zero down. Hurry in before Angry Tony is back to his Grinchy ways. Online at blackdiamondhd.com.
Michael, thank you. Look, it doesn't look like the horse was hurt in any way, shape, or form. And if I had a nickel for every time someone yelled that at me and pulled me right off. It's usually at Kmart with the little merry-go-round. But do you guys remember Kmart and the little merry-go-rounds? We don't have it anymore, but listen, it's a mulorus. Can you ride a horse while intoxicated? No one got hurt, guys. No, not one person or animal got hurt in that video. Gosh, yes. All those little kids trying to pull me off my horse. I'm at Kmart eating my soft pretzel from outside on the horse. Are you saying you can ride it intoxicated, but you have to get off to cross the bridge? That checks out. I think I had some guy from Wyoming in. I did in my bar tonight, and I guess he thought he had a real thick accent or something because he's like, "Yeah, I'm from Wyoming. I bet you couldn't tell." Ha ha ha. So I laughed with him. I said, "Ah ha ha ha. Yeah, I couldn't tell." Yeah, and ices and the ices. Ah, there we go. Finally. Wow, that's every single piece of childhood equipment. There was pee on everything. The slides were the worst. No, it wasn't the slides. It was at the top of the slide in like corners in the playgrounds. I don't know why. I just don't understand. Fishing, hunting. Yes. Yes. I don't I don't know what that is. OJ Toda? Oh, are we getting OJ today? Sorry, we're using different languages in chat today, so I got really confused. No, we're not doing OJ today. No, we're not doing OJ tomorrow because I work a double today and I work a double tomorrow. So, there's that. You have a nice Saturday too. The ones where you hang on, like, yeah, the spinny things. We all know what you're talking about. Guys, thank you so much for coming out today. I really, 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 really appreciate it. Thanks for teaching me French. I'm a bad student, I know. Looking for my outro. Have a good Saturday, guys, and I will see you in 24 hours-ish.
Got these life echoes, digital dreams. Through the screen, her blue eyes gleam. Wicked humor, sharp as a knife. Her stream sparks electric light. Late night when the world sleeps, she's the friend that always keeps. Giggles roll like thunder loud. She stands out in any crowd. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Freedom tales late into the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle, she lights the way. Her eyes mirror a sky so blue. In her jokes, there's a truth so true. With each stream, she brings the light. Turns dark days into bright. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a wake, there's no alarm. Streaming tales late into the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle, she lights the way. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no